So same thing, pull up that pin, and as you guys can see, that's how the height adjusts. Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, by the way, before I do anything, gotta say happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you guys. Not sure when you're watching the vlog, but it is that weekend and everybody's on the lake. They're enjoying themselves. They're taking some time to breathe and just have a good day. So, hey, we're gonna do some maintenance on the equipment today. Hopefully go to the power wash, get things cleaned up. We've got a lot going on, so let's check it out. By the way, we're going to be talking to you guys for a few minutes about the new hitch that we got too. We got a Rhino hitch that we picked up. Super excited about testing this bad boy out. We got the different balls that go with it, which is awesome. And we're also going to be coming back and showing you guys a little bit more about fluid film. So we got some little care package from these guys, which is pretty exciting. So, all right, let's come back to this. Let's go change the oil. All right, so we've got our oils. We've got our oil filter. And we're going to be changing out some oil today on the zero-turn lawnmower. Let's get that going. By the way, appreciate all the support the last couple of videos that you guys have been enjoying and watching. We're going to be doing some really good fun videos over the next week. I got a blade sharpening video that we got going on with an angle grinder and just a vise, because a lot of you guys are more DIYers. You wanted to see that. And then we also have a new mower video that's coming out, new mower review, right? So can't wait to check that out. All right, let's keep the vlog going. Let's get the mower out, start doing some work. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to remove this oil filter. We've got the drain plug down here. A lot of you guys have seen this before, but for some of you guys that are maybe a little bit newer to the channel. All right, we got that out. So this is our drain plug. We're going to unscrew the tip of this, and then we're going to put it in a carton, a milk jug thing that I got, and then we will refill the oil. Really super simple. I do have to change out the blades on the lawnmower. However, I've got to get the blade sharpened at my mom's before I do that. But I do need to power wash this thing off. It has just been a crazy week. A lot of you guys were joking with some of the memes from Instagram about just every day it's been raining this week. We did finish strong on Saturday, but I was double cutting everything. It was 4, 5, 6 inches tall of grass, double cuts. We discharge. Everybody always wonders. We discharge here. We don't bag, we don't mulch or anything like that. So, but it was a pretty tough week. All right, let me grab the oil wrenches out. Let's start knocking this out. All right, don't judge me. This is all looking a little rough. Oh boy. Let's set the camera down. All right, oil wrench, and let's do this. We're gonna wrench that off. All right, so if you guys are changing the oil, you can put it in a couple different containers. For me personally, I just put it in like a water jug, something like that, or a milk jug, and then I take these up to the 20-minute oil change places. They always accept this stuff, and they always just recycle it or sell it, you know, any which way, so ain't no big deal. All right, so let's change out our oil. We got our little crescent wrench here. This will stop it from spinning. Right. Boom. Right. So as you guys would imagine, when you take off this oil plug, let's make sure that it's kind of elevated, and then we'll put it right inside the water jug like so. Let it drain. We got some thick oil in there, man. We're definitely due. All right, I don't know if you guys can see all the way in there, but it is some thick oil, man. We are definitely due. We've been running at about 100 hours. I usually change mine every 50 to 100, but I think we're definitely running low, so we gotta make sure that we keep up on this. What I also like to do sometimes is jack up the front of the lawnmower, so this engine that's flat kind of comes at an angle, and we get the most out of it. So I'm gonna grab the jack really quick. We'll lift this up, let this drain for a second, and we'll come on back. All right, and hopefully that, because it's elevated like that, this drains out a little bit more. We keep it going. Next up, let's take off the oil filter. Now, normally, as you guys know the secret, we try to have the hours written up on top. I clearly don't have that up there right now. Must have forgot on the last one. But I know I changed this out in around October time frame. And so it's basically, I don't change my oil at the beginning of the season. I know that we can last, you know, another 50 hours on it. So right now I think we're a little over 400 hours. So I'll probably write 500 on the new oil filter, just so I know where we're at. All right, so for example, we're gonna write 5/24. That's May 24th today. And then let's write 500 hours, right? 500 is the best I can do one-handed, right? Thumbs up for the one-handed right and holding the camera. So, but this is what we do. So now I know on the oil filter, this is an old trick. A lot of you guys know this. We've talked about this in many videos, but May 24th, 500 hours. So usually once a month or every extra 100 hours is when I change my oil out. So I think that'll be pretty good for us in this example. All right, let's go check the oil, see how we're doing. Again, this is rated for 2.5 quarts. We usually put about 3 in here. I'd say that this is 1 gallon. What is it, 4 quarts to a gallon? So I'd say we're at half. So we're running a little low for sure, because this should be about 2/3 filled, right? So it's not that bad though. Let's let it drain for a few more minutes. Here, let me go take you guys over here. The folks at Fluid Film sent us a little nice little care package. I'm sure there's a nice little note. Haven't really got a chance to check that out yet. So many of you guys, by the way, have been telling me about Fluid Film. So long story short, let's do this. We need to probably put a bunch of this on our truck underneath for the winter. So powerful rust, corrosion, and protection. That's one thing that they sent us. This might just be the bigger version of it. So let me know what you guys think about Fluid Film. So many, I mean, this is probably the #1 most commented product for us to use. This isn't paid or sponsored or anything like this. They did send out, you know, 30 bucks for the product, so thank you to those guys. But I'm always curious, like, if you look underneath the truck, it's not really that bad. Like, we haven't really got tons of rust or anything yet. The frame with that coating, not too bad. And I mean, telling you guys, well, I do pull my truck through a lot of stuff in the winter. So what's the MO for Fluid Film? New product to me, haven't really used it before. You just spray it underneath the whole base of your truck. How many cans of this stuff do I need? I got 2 full cans, 2 small cans, so let me know. Leave some comments down below. Again, I'm learning every day. Never fluid filmed my stuff, but this can right here protects against all metals, superior lubricant and solvents. You just undercoat the whole truck. I don't know, let me know. The other thing I was gonna show you guys is the new Rhino Hitch. So when you guys were telling me Gen Y versus Rhino Hitch, we went and bought both of them, all right? We used some of our YouTube money just to reinvest. And the claim to fame with these is that I can pull this pin out and adjust the height of the hitch without having to take it off the truck, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to try this guy. We got a 2.5 solid shank, so we don't have to use the spacer on this. We'll try this for a couple days, report back to you guys. I don't know, a lot of you guys were suggesting the Rhino Hitch as well, so this thing looks like a tank. I love it. All right, so let's take this off really quick. We'll try something different for about a month, see which one we like most. Had no real issues, honestly, with the Gen Y, but at the same point, we do use a lot of different pieces of equipment, and so different trailers from time to time, and so it would be nice to have something that you can adjust on the fly. So again, leave me some comments if you guys want. Let me know what you think about Rhino Hitch. Let's get these little guides, locking pins off. By the way, these, I'll leave in the description. These are the locking pins. They're like 45 bucks for 2. These are the extended 2.5 inch. I think maybe 3 inches total length. So if you guys buy these expensive hitches, receivers I should say, make sure you guys invest in locks. That way nobody jacks them. All right. All right, so we've got the lock on. We've also got the hitch pin on, and then we're going to put the actual lock on. Again, not a lot of rust on this thing yet. A couple spots here. I'm not sure, maybe this is just some rubbing or just a spot for the lock. It just clasps right in like this. Turn the key, lock it. But again, good investment for 45 bucks when you got these $200 and $300 hitches, right? All right. That's on. Got the cover. All right, so here are the two different balls that come with it. We got a 2-inch and a 2 5/16. Of course, the one on the left is always a little bit bigger. Just having some fun. All right, so let's keep it going. So we're gonna drop this on here, it looks like, and it just feeds right through. That's actually pretty cool. So if you do need to change out the ball, it's actually pretty simple. And then I would imagine that this pin stays locked in once the actual coupler is on here, right? So we'll grease this up, make sure that there's some lubrication on our ball here. And then for the height adjust, let me see if I can put the camera down. We'll try doing this really quick. So same thing, pull up that pin, and as you guys can see, that's how the height adjusts. Wow, so you can have this as a +3 inches, maybe a -3, maybe a +5 inches, -5 inches. So we're probably right on here. Let's see what we can do to lock that down. All right, so we got the drop hooked in. I've got it at the second to top notch over here. So I think this is about the same height that we needed for the coupler on the trailer. All right, well, we're gonna leave the Rhino hitch on for a little while, see what it looks like. Let's go back to the oil change, see how this is faring back here. Looks like we're all done draining here. Yeah, just after a little bit more than half maybe. Here's what we're gonna do, really simply. Let's take this out. Make sure that we're all done with the oil. We're gonna put our little plug back in, and that'll wrap up taking out all the old oil. A lot of you guys have seen this before, but you know, bears repeating, and a lot of new people have just joined to the channel, you know, which is really cool. So, and by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, thanks for jumping on. Let's crank this down, just like this. All right, that's as tight as we're gonna get that. We'll cap up our oil. Again, I just store all this at once a year or so. I take it up to our oil change place, and those guys are always really nice. And conveniently enough, there's one right next to my Weingart's dealer, so I'm always able to drop it off there anytime I got to go up to our dealer for parts, right? Let's go ahead and get our other oil filter here. Alrighty. And a lot of you guys know the little secret here, little tip to help with the seal. Take some of this old oil, and we're going to put it on the little seal here. And the biggest thing with these is we want to hand tighten it, right? We don't want to just ratchet it down there or puncture this in any way. Little tip I've learned from you guys over the years. So you want to do this as tight as you can, hand tighten. So let's get this on. Try to keep the oil off of it. All right, hand tight, May 24th. Or $500, right? That's what we're looking for on this. And then, same thing, let's make sure we take our dipstick out, add the oil, and we'll wrap this guy up in terms of the maintenance for the oil. Again, always ask your dealer what your recommended oil is. I know it sounds really simple, but you never want to put the wrong oil in your engine, and or too much or too little. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, well, this engine's only rated for 2.2 quarts. However, we've always added 3. That's what our dealer recommends, and that's what fills up this engine. It's the big block Kohler. So let's make sure that we're always following the specs, and will keep us out of trouble. Changing out the oil, guys, it takes time. It takes about half hour, 45 minutes to maybe knock this out. But again, if you don't make time for it, as the old saying goes, it will make time for you. And that means that your equipment will break itself down, and then you'll be in some serious trouble. And last thing you want to do is buy a new engine for, you know, 3 to 5 grand, right guys? All right, well, let's put our dipstick back in, and we can always check it if we want to, but for the most part, I know we're good to go. We've got the oil all taken care of, fresh oil filter. Let's make sure that we put our drain plug back up in its little spot here, tucked away. Make sure nothing, by the way, is touching the hose, no hot parts or anything like that. It can eat through this hose. I've had that happen before. Thankfully, I caught it in time. This, again, let's make sure we recycle. That's pretty much how to change the oil, guys. I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. Again, love to hear you guys' thoughts about the Rhino Hitch, the drop, and then also the fluid film. Both new products to me. By the way, eat, sleep, mow, repeat. You guys like the merch? All right, any which way, oil's changed on the 0 turn. We're good to go, rock and roll with that guy for the next month or so. And then I'm gonna run up right now and go get a power wash on the equipment, but not gonna bore you guys with all that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Make it a good one. Check out these other videos if you guys wanna catch up with us on the next video. And guys, we'll catch you on the next one.